Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna. Anita Mataji is not there. Sundarangi Mataji, you can start, Mataji. Please unmute yourself, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Mataji. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामाचार्य श्रील हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। Hare Krishna, dear devotees, please accept my humble obeisances. This is Sundarangi Radha Devi Dasi from India, welcoming all of you to Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. All assembled devotees, please forgive me for interrupting your ecstatic chanting. Now I would like to read the 10 offenses to the holy name which are to be avoided, written by Srila Vyasadeva in the Padma Purana. Number 1, to blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives for propagating the holy name of the Lord. Number 2, to consider the names of demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal to or independent of the name of the Lord Vishnu. Number 3, to disobey the orders of the spiritual master. Number 4, to blaspheme the Vedic scriptures or scriptures in portions to the Vedic version. Number 5, to consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be an imagination. Number 6, to give some interpretation to the holy name of the Lord. Number 7, to commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. Number 8, to consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in the Vedas as fruitive activities, Karma Kanda. Number 9, to instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. Number 10, to not have complete faith in chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachment even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to achieve the desired success, Krishna Prema. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Once again, I thank everyone for joining Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call today. Let us move to our next session, which is Srimad Bhagavatam class. May I know who all have joined this morning?
हरे कृष्ण सुंदरांगी राधा माता जी दंडवत प्रणाम शिला प्रभुपाद की जय गुरु महाराज की जय प्रीति दासी फ्रॉम शार्लोट हरे कृष्ण
Hare Krishna, Priti Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Welcome to the call. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण
Hare Krishna Mata Ji, Dandavat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. This is Arvind Das from Chicago. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Arvind Das Prabhu. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for joining the call. Welcome to the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Sundarangi Radha Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi from College Station, Texas. Thank you so much, Mataji, for last minute picking up. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga. Thank you so much, Mataji, for all your wonderful services. You are inspiring us every day by being an example, Mataji. Thank you for joining the call. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Sundarangi Radha Mata Ji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj. This is Shyama Gauri Devdasi from Charlotte.
Hare Krishna, Syama Gauri Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga. Thank you so much, Mataji, for all your wonderful services. Welcome to the
Thank
call.
you.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji, for your service. Thank you for coming last minute.
Hare Krishna, Sundrangi Radha Mataji, or Gaur Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. My humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumari Devdasi from Radhe. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Kumari Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All praise to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining the call. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Sundarangi, Radha Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga, and all the glories to the assembled devotees. This is Manjri Leela Devidasi from Naperville. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Manjari Leela Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call and giving your sweet assistance to us every morning, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga and all the assembled devotees. This is Yashamati Priya Devidasi from Cincinnati.
Hare Krishna, Yasamati Priya Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining every day, and thank you for all your services. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Welcome to Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call. Today we are so fortunate to have His Grace Sukumar Gaur Prabhu to enlighten us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam, 8th canto, 3rd chapter, and text number 6. Before giving the call to Prabhuji, I would like to read a brief introduction about Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, dear devotee. Here is a brief introduction about today's speaker. His Grace Sukumar Gaur Prabhuji was born in Maharashtra, India in 1980. Brought up in a social background where spirituality was often questioned. Later, he developed a natural taste for inquiry into the mysteries of God's creation. He passed the College of Engineering, Pune, Mechanical Engineering in 2003. He came in touch with the devotees of International Society for Krishna Consciousness in 2003. He found all his questions answered in the books of Srila Prabhupada. As a student of MBA Finance, he studied Srila Prabhupada books and became a sincere practitioner. He joined NCDEX, National Commodities and Derivatives Exchange, Mumbai, as assistant manager and worked for 3 years. Later, he took on a 2-year brahmachari training course in Sri Sri Radha Gopinath Temple, Mumbai, and was initiated into the Brahma Madhava Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya by His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj in 2010. He was in the youth preaching department and was in the seva of guiding the youth. He always wanted to share his joy of Krishna consciousness with the youth. So he gave up his job and decided to help the misguided youth by helping them understand the message of Bhagavad Gita. He joined ISKCON Chowpatty as a resident in 2009. Later, he was posted to ISKCON Nasik Temple. He is serving as a youth counselor in various colleges of Nasik. He conducts seminars on personality development topics in education and corporate sectors. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Here was the brief introduction about today's speaker. Mataji, Prabhuji is there on the call, Mataji?
I think so, Mataji.
Yes,
Because
Mataji.
CD is normally
Please,
Prabhuji.
yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for your valuable time and association to us today. Now, whenever you are ready, please take over the call. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Am I audible, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
So we'll start with the Mangalacharan prayers, then we'll take the shloka. Om Jnanatvarandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Shri Chaitanya Manovishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayyam Dadati Swapadante Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalan Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamsh. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste. तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिय वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे कृष्ण। So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 8, Chapter 3, Text number 6. न यस्य देवा ऋषय पदम विदु जंतुर पुनः को अर्हति गंतुमीरितु यथा नटस्या कृतिभिर्विचेष्टितो दुरत्ययानुक्रमस मावतु. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Shri Prabhupada Ki Jai. An artist on stage being covered by attractive dresses and dancing with different movements is not understood by his audience. Similarly, the activities and features of the supreme artist cannot be understood even by demigods or great sages, and certainly not by those who are unintelligent like animals. Neither the demigods and sages nor the unintelligent can understand the features of the Lord, nor they can express in words his actual position. May that Supreme Personality of Godhead give me protection. Purport. A similar understanding was expressed by Kunti Devi. The Supreme Lord exists everywhere, within and without. He even exists within the heart. Sarvasya chaham hridasannivishta. Ishvara sarvabhutanam riddesha arjuna tishtati. Thus, it is indicated that one can find the Supreme Lord within one's heart. There are many yogis trying to find him. Dhyana avastita tadgaten manasa pashyantiyam yogin. Nonetheless, even great yogis, demigods, saints, and sages have been unable to understand the bodily features of that great artist. Nor could they understand the meaning of his movement. What then is to be said of ordinary speculators like the so-called philosophers of this material world? For them, he is impossible to understand. Therefore, we must accept the statements given by Supreme when he kindly incarnates to instruct us. We must simply accept the words of Lord Ramachandra, Lord Krishna, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and follow in their footsteps. then it may be possible for us to know the purpose of their incarnation. जन्म कर्म च मे दिव्यम एवं यो वेत्ति तत्वतः त्यक्त्वा देहं पुनर्जन्म नैति माम एति सोऽर्जुन. If by the Lord's grace one can understand him, one will immediately be delivered even within his material body. The material body will no longer have any function, and whatever activities takes place within the body will be activities of Krishna consciousness. In this way, one may give up his body and return home back to Godhead. Hare Krishna. So we welcome all the devotees for this Srimad Bhagavatam class. So grateful to all of you for allowing me to make a presentation on this topic. Seeking blessings of all the senior Vaishnava and Vaishnavis on this call. So a very beautiful section of prayers from Srimad Bhagavatam. Entire Srimad Bhagavatam is filled with prayers of so many wonderful devotees, and these prayers have come at a very crucial juncture in their lives. So these prayers have a deep significance for each one of us because they are not just prayers, they are a perfect realization about the Supreme Lord, about who He is, how He deals with His devotees, how does He interact with His devotees. Everything that is supposed to be known about the Lord is coming through these prayers. So they are not ordinary prayers, They are prayers where we can understand the Lord, where we can feel the Lord, where we can feel loved and cared and feel the affection of the Lord for all of us. So today I'll be taking a short recap of all the 5 shlokas, and today we have the 6 shlokas at hand. So please forgive me if I am having a recap. Maybe you already know, but since these prayers have a deep impact in my life, so I thought I should recap them and try to uh, help all the shlokas reconnect in how the mood and the flow of the shlokas go. So we'll start from the first shloka and then reach the sixth shloka. And there is a sequence, there are so many things. And when Gajendra is speaking these prayers, he is speaking in a sequence. He is not just saying that, oh, this is this and this is how this has thing happened and how Krishna is great. No, there is an entire sequence that comes up if we read these prayers. And the most powerful part of these prayers or the entire Srimad Bhagavatam, I would say, is for me more appealing than the purport is the word-to-word translation of Srila Prabhupada. I just love the word-to-word translation because whatever is not said or is not coming up in the purport has to come up in the word-to-word translation, especially the mood of the person who is offering the prayers. So let's try and dive in these prayers of Gajendra, and they are really nourishing. They take us to level next in our spiritual journey. So the first shloka, it is mentioned that Gajendra is able to remember the mantra that he has learned in his past life. Okay. Then starts the second shloka. 2 to 5 is the sequence where Gajendra will speak about the power of the Lord, the supremely powerful position of the Lord. Sixth and seventh shloka will speak about the inconceivable nature of the Lord. So till 6 is our journey. So we'll discuss on these 2 points: the supremely powerful nature of the Lord and the inconceivable position of the Lord. So Gajendra is able to recall his bhakti events from past life, and with great strength in his mind, with a perfect intelligence, he recalls all these prayers. So Prabhupada mentions this beautiful point that Krishna gave Gajendra a chance to remember him, so that Gajendra can be rescued. Now, there is a connection between remembrance and Gajendra being rescued immediately by the Supreme Lord. So, when he was able to recall his permanent eternal relationship with the Lord, and in that mood, when he prayed, immediately Krishna came. So, appearance of Krishna is made possible by this one very powerful point. Are we able to we remember Krishna? There's no doubt in that. But are we able to remember Krishna in the mood that yes, I belong to him? So this feature is very permanently and pertinently brought out here in this 6 shlokas. So Prabhupada is saying, kindly excuse me, Gajendra was given a chance to remember. What he was given a chance that yes, you were previously connected to me, but due to some event you forgot me. And when Gajendra remembers that I belong to Krishna and only he can save me, then all this emotional prayers come out from his heart. And as the prayer ends, before the prayer ends, the Supreme Lord is present before him. So this is the first point that Prabhupada brings out here. Then let's come to the second shloka. Now Gajendra is not called Gajendra Uvacha. He is called Shri Gajendra Uvacha. I mean, that itself is a very striking point. Now, why this Shri? I mean, he's an elephant. An elephant is the most tamoguni animal. If you understand the 3 modes of nature and their functioning, elephant is the dumbest. He's a dumb-headed, dull-headed. I don't know why he's called, but this is what is called about elephant. He's a dumb. And how can a dumb animal, not even a human dumb is still better, but animal, and that too dumbest of all the animals, is called as Shri Yukta Gajendra. Now, there is some secret that the acharyas are hiding here. Now, what is Shri? Shri is opulence. Okay. Now, what opulence is Gajendra carrying here? Gajendra is carrying the opulence of Krishna Smarana that we already covered in the shloka number 1. Krishna has allowed him the chance to remember his relation and what sadhana seva he had done. So he is now full of Krishna Smarana, and that opulence has made him Shri Yukta Gajendra, and that is why he is called Shri Gajendra Vacha. Now, the treasure of his past memories, his connection with Krishna, the emotional exchanges that he had with Krishna in his previous, now they are all open. That's no more a secret now. So the treasure of Krishna Smaran is open, is now uncovered for Gajendra, which was covered due to his offense, which took place by due to his interaction with Agastya Rishi. Now, Gajendra here meditates on the Lord before he starts praying. Now, which form of the Lord? The human form. How is he? Is the final cause. Who is he? He is the supreme. Now, why you should meditate on him? That is the main point that we'll be discussing in brief here. Because why we should meditate on the Lord, or why Gajendra is meditating on the Lord? Because of him, the dead matter becomes conscious. Okay, this is the point. So in step number 1, Gajendra is showing his gratitude. Now, how come gratitude has come creep? Because that's the point. Why is he meditating? Because he is thinking that I am so grateful to the Lord, so grateful to the Lord, because at a given point of time, just before I was in this crisis, my consciousness was completely absorbed in dull matter. I wasn't anyway connected to the eternal reality. And by the grace of the Lord, I am now being able to understand the entire reality. He has become conscious to the reality. So he is showing his gratitude. So prayers, any given point of time, must begin with gratitude. Forget about praying to the Lord. Even a general interaction, and this is what we are taught in our MBAs and our big seminars, that anything, any interaction has to start with something positive, something where the person before you, standing before you, should look ahead. Okay, now this is how the entire interaction will flow. We want to elaborate, we want to elongate, we want to see that the interaction moves ahead. We just don't want to stop it at the first go, and that's where things fall. Most of us, we directly approach Krishna for something, because we forget that Krishna is a person. Krishna is not an order supplier. Prabhupada used to call this. He is a person. And if you want a strong interaction with a person, somewhere he has to feel connected to you. Yeah, he knows my pain. There is, forget about all those things. He knows everything. He is there as the Paramatma. But the question arises is, now I want to develop my relation with Krishna. How do I do that? And I want to see it's an ongoing, where there is continuous interaction. So that for that to happen, we have to have gratitude. So Gajendra starts his prayers with gratitude and thanking Krishna for making me conscious of my past relation, my eternal relation with you, and the past sadhana that I have done to achieve you. Because till now I was under the covering of ignorance, which was shown in the which will be shown by his strong attachment to his family, and the way he takes action and he's running in the waters and he's like, I am the king and I am the best and there is nothing else and there can be nobody in comparison to me. All these thoughts is totally covered, and all of a sudden everything is exposed, the entire reality is exposed. Now he's like, wow, this is what I was supposed to understand by now. So he is expressing his gratitude. Point that Prabhupada brings here is, it is only by the touch of the Lord that the dead consciousness can be brought to life. It can come to life. Similarly, the consciousness in which we are living is now dead. Why? Because it is connected to dead matter. We are attracted to what? Thing, place, person. All this is what? Matter. Because we can't see the soul. That point will come in the later part. But I'm just giving a foundation here. So he is now made aware to the reality of eternal connection with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And this you will see in all the prayers. All the prayers. Let me give you a supporting evidence here. Now let's move to Srimad Bhagavat, Canto 4, where Dhruva Maharaj pastime comes in place. This same thing is happening. Same thing. Yeah. Spiritual awakening of Dhruva comes only when the Supreme Lord touches him. Okay. The touch of the Supreme Lord and Dhruva becomes entirely spiritual. The Supreme Lord appears before him as a Par Isha, the Supreme of all, even Brahma, Shiva. And this becomes very clear. So 496, this is a famous verse. Prabhupada used to quote this, and all the senior preachers and the Vartaman Acharyas, they continuously quote this shloka because this is a very powerful shloka, and this is how bhakti will start. This is how taste will emerge. This is how my connection with Krishna will flourish. What is the shloka? 496. So Dhruva is saying, now Dhruva is touched by the conscience of the Lord, and Dhruva starts speaking. Now what is Dhruva speaking? Yo anta pravishya mama vacham imam prasuptam sanjeeva yatti akhila shakti dhara swadhamna अन्यांश्च चरण हस्त श्रवण त्वक आदि prana namo bhagavate purushaya tubbhyam. He's saying, yo, my dear Lord, you, anta pravishya, you entered, mama, me, vacham prasuptam. As soon as you entered, the vacha, my speech, which was prasuptam, which was dead, because it never spoke about you. It was only speaking, I want this, I want this, I want this. Somebody should do this for me. He should do this for me. She should do this for me. Me. But as soon as the Lord touches, saying, vacham prasuptam, which was lying dead, sanjeevayati, you rejuvenated him. It akhila shakti dhara, you are the entire gamut of energy, shakti. Swadhamna, you did this by your internal potency. And not only my vacha, my speech, anyamsha, even other senses were enlivened. Then hasta, hands, charana, feet, shravana, ears, twak, skin, etc. etc. Every sense, five knowledge acquiring and five working, all were enlivened. Prana, it was like a life force has entered me, just like a dead body lying. And if again the life force is entering, the dead body comes back to life. Similarly, all these senses were dead, my dear Lord, but you by your touch have brought them to the eternal reality. So the point made here is, my Lord, now that you have awakened my senses to the spiritual reality, do this one thing, my Lord. This is something which Prabhupada is like powerfully mentioning in the 496. Prabhupada is saying, my Lord, you have awakened me to the spiritual reality. That is very nice. But do one favor. Put my senses to sleep. Now you may say, it is awakened now. Why you want to make them sleep? Keep them awakened to spiritual reality. Make them sleeping in regards to material reality, material enjoyment. Completely keep them sleeping till I come back. Why? I don't want to take any risk now. Just because my senses are awakened to material reality, I don't feel like seeing. So now that I have seen you, make sure first what the thing you should do is keep them sleeping to material reality and keep them awake to spiritual reality. And that is what has happened to Gajendra. And that is why he's so grateful, because he can see the transformation in his senses. He can see the shift of his consciousness from material to spirit. So everybody of us has this same journey from the dead matter to spiritual awakening, attachment to spirit matter from attachment to Krishna. So the consciousness was dead previously, and now it has come back to life. This is what Gajendra is saying. This is what Dhruva is saying, and most of the prayers will carry this same message at the first step, and everybody is grateful. So material consciousness is the current platform on which we are living. It is a dead state of existence, and that is why so many times Prabhupada calls living dead, living dead. Why? Because we are not awakened to the reality. So Dhruva Maharaj is telling here, this is the real favor of the Lord, that he has awakened us to spiritual reality, that we belong to him. There is an eternal relation between me and Krishna. Now tell me, think on this point of time. How many times do we feel grateful for Krishna, grateful to Krishna, that at least I have this understanding, oh, I belong to somebody. I am not alone. I am not anath. I am Sanat. I have some protector. I am some caretaker. Isn't this a grand reality where the entire world is collapsing under depression, under stress? Why? The entire point is nobody is there for me. There is nobody to look for me. There is nobody to care for me. Who was there in the forest to look after? When Dhruva went to the forest, who was there to look after? And Dhruva even didn't know that Krishna exists. Krishna was already protecting him. For 6 months, Krishna protected him in this dense forest. Who was there to protect us when we were in the womb of our mother? Tell. Who was there to feed? Who was there to process the food and bring it to the kid who is there in the womb of the mother? Now, when we read Bhagavad third canto, the embryo growing and Krishna supporting, we should feel so happy. He is there to look after me every breath, every moment. Do we ever focus on this point that yes, this is the reality that now I am awakening to? There is somebody to look after me every now and then. It is we who miss looking to him. He's obviously constantly watching. But look at the sad part. Entire life, the whole focus is not what I carry, but what I lack. That's the beautiful, beautiful nature of this material mind. It will never focus on what I have. It will always focus on what I don't have. Our mind usually runs where? In the future. When I grow old, what will happen? Who will take care of me? My kids, they will get married, they will leave me. Yes, sir, this is the reality also. Just like your kid leaving you is a reality, Krishna is always there to protect you. That's the grand reality. How many times are we grateful that I have the holy name? My anarthas are gradually reducing. No, but my mind can't focus. My mind is troubling me. He's troubling me. She's troubling me. This is not happening. That is not happening. The devotees don't love me. The devotees don't want me. Sir, Krishna wants you at any given point of time. We are here to connect with Krishna. This is the first point. So Srila Prabhupada is saying, when a person, this is Prabhupada's purport, read this. When a person places himself at the disposal, at the order of Krishna, he's called Sevan Mukha. Prabhupada writes this in his purport. And when he is available for Krishna, Krishna makes sure that the spiritual energy reveals to that sadhaka gradually, step by step. So revelation of Krishna is directly proportional to the surrender in the mood of eternal servant of Krishna. Krishna reveals only to those who feel that I belong to Krishna. Why would somebody reveal to somebody who doesn't feel that he is connected to me, he belongs to me? Would you ever show whatever you have kept in your bank account, $1 million you have kept, would you show to me or somebody else if we are not connected? No. Why should Krishna reveal to you in the first place? Krishna reveals only to those who feel that yes, he is mine. He has accepted me as I am. Good, bad, that doesn't matter. Krishna will see how to get my bad out. What I am being told, I'll do. So, Prabhupada is writing here in this purport, we have to constantly engage our senses in Krishna Seva. Initially, surely it will be mechanical because we already have a certain pattern that has been created. We have a certain thought process that is created. And that is why sadhana means it has to be forced. I don't like, but I have to do because my pattern has to be changed to a new pattern. For example, and senses are trainable. Mind is trainable. Let me give you a simple example. I don't know about others. Mm, all the devotees must be from Vaishnava background from their childhood. I wasn't. We had a time when without onion garlic nothing was made, and we didn't like it. But now it's almost 20-25 years. Haven't ate onion, haven't ate garlic, and don't feel anything bad about it. But initially it was like, how can you cook? How can I eat? How can I survive? Now, this is what we were told, and this is how we grew. Now look at what is happening. If somebody sits next to me who has eaten an onion, I get up and go to some other place. My senses are now trained in a different way. My mind doesn't like somebody sitting who has drunk, who has eaten onion garlic. They are trainable. We never focus on this point that they are, senses are trainable, mind is trainable, ego is trainable, intelligence is trainable. But initially that force has to be put because I already have a certain practice. That's it. And once that second practice becomes normal, things become normal. I start accepting everything that comes with it. Okay, now let's come to the third shloka. This was the second shloka, which was the first prayer. Now the second prayer, that's the third shloka. Now Gajendra is saying here that worship Krishna. Okay, we understood that I have to worship Krishna. Now, how to worship? After what it comes? So spiritual understanding and spiritual realization. Okay, two things. Now this third shloka will speak of this. Yasmin idam, yatascha idam, yena idam, 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 all there. Okay. What is Yasmin idam? Krishna is the person on whom the entire universe rests. Krishna is the platform. He is the foundation here. Yasmin idam. Okay, the one whom I am praying, idam. He is the one who is the foundation here. Yatascha idam. Everything that is seen here arises from him. Yena idam. Everything is created by him. Idam swayam. He has become the creation. Okay. Understanding Krishna and realizing Krishna. We'll come to this point. This is what the third shloka will speak here. Now let me elaborate. You may feel this is technical. No, it's very easy. Prabhupada's purport makes things very simple. In short, okay, Gajendra is saying, now Gajendra has awakened to that reality where he can see everything as Krishna. He can only see Krishna and his energies function here. Let's take an example. We all know that our bodies are made up of Bhumi, Apo, Analo, Vayu, Kham, Man, Buddhi, Ahankar. 8 elements. 5 gross, 3 subtle. Okay, this is a famous shloka. Bhumi, Apo, Analo, Vayu, Kham, Man, Buddhi, Ahankar, Iti, mein Bhinna, Prakritir, Bhinna, mein Prakritashta. Krishna is saying these are all my energies. All these 8 things are emanating from me. I am the originator. What does that mean? Krishna has one form where he is earth, where he is water, where he is air, where he is fire, where he is space. The mind that we carry, the intelligence that we carry, the false ego that we carry, it is nothing but transformation of Krishna's energy. In short, that is also Krishna. When you see a form, maybe of husband, wife, children, relatives, animals, trees, what is it? What are we attracted to? When you see a flower, a beautiful flower, a fragrant flower with beautiful touch, it is nothing but Krishna. Do we ever realize this? That I am seeing is nothing but different forms of Krishna. Because everything is made up of Bhumi, Apo, Anala, Vayu, Kham, Man, Buddhi, Revacha. That's it. And what is that? Krishna is Bhinna Me Prakriti Rashta. That's my energy. So when we see somebody, do we see Krishna there? When some difficult event happens in my life, do I see Krishna there? When we deal with things, with people of this world, what are we interacting with? Krishna is coming in different forms. Krishna is coming in form of the experience, good or bad, which will create attachment or detachment. That's yet another form of Krishna. So Gajendra is making this point here. Yasmin idam yataschedam, everything is arising from him, everything rests from him. Yene dam, everything is created by him. Idam swayam, he has converted himself into different things. Idam swayam, Krishna is the creation. But the point he realized that struck him is, sir, everything that Krishna did is for me, my pleasure. So, wow, Krishna did this for me. He transformed himself into so many things for me. There is a beautiful story that comes in Shiv Puran where once Mother Parvati, she was so happy with Ganesh that she thought, let my child who's alone now, he has nobody to play. So let me become a cat so he'll play with me. But this person, Ganesh, he is a child now. He doesn't understand. So he made such bad shape of the cat. He bait that cat. He's pulling her legs. He's pulling her tail, pulling her hair, pulling her ears. After a short time, that cat ran away and he's running behind the cat. And he tries to find, but he doesn't. So he comes back home. And he comes and he's hungry because he has played so much with the cat. He comes and he's crying, Mother, Mother, I want to eat, I want to eat, I'm hungry. And he goes into the kitchen and he sees his mother totally swollen. He says, wow, what happened? Who did this to you? She says, you did. She said, how did I? He said, that cat. She says that that cat was me. You played so badly that this is the shape that is happening. We all are like that Ganesha, and this entire creation that is like that cat. And look at how badly we are playing this creation. The condition, the recent condition of this creation is made by who? Not by God, it is by us. It is by those who are staying on this planet. It is Krishna. Do we ever see that? Ganesha couldn't see that cat as his mother. So what we are experiencing here is Krishna, only that vision has to be developed. So when Krishna appears in my body as a disease, what do I feed Krishna? I feed Krishna, Krishna's another form, that is medicine. And that Krishna's form as disease vanishes. When Krishna appears in my body as hunger, what do I feed Krishna? I feed Krishna another form of Krishna that is called as food. And that hunger vanishes. Krishna interacting with Krishna, and we are just experiencing this world. That's it. This is nothing but a transaction that is happening here. Even the misery that comes to me in my life is a form of Krishna. Why did he come? What feeding does he want from me? He wants my sincerity as a feeding. He wants my feeding that I take shelter of him. Do we feed him that? If we feed him that, I can guarantee you the shloka which we fear the most will become a shloka of love, a sign of love. This is that shloka Prabhupada quotes this in this purport. Vipada santatu shatvat tatra chatra jagat guru. Mata Kunti is praying this. Let difficulties come again and again. Because she has developed that vision. When Krishna comes in the form of difficulty, I have to feed certain things and the difficulty vanishes. She loves difficulty, not because she is crazy. She understands it's a form of Krishna. I know speaking is easy. I know that it's easy. But someday everybody of us has to learn this, right? Someday I have to learn seeing Krishna as difficulty in various forms. Radha Gopinath Prabhu, he always quotes this. I have heard his first canto lectures. When upon life bellows you are tempest tossed, when you are discouraged, thinking all is lost, count your many blessings, name them one by one, and it will surprise you what the Lord has done. I don't know from where he got this, but I noted this. It's beautiful. When we count the blessings in difficulties, only miracles are supposed to happen. We will be surprised by what the Lord has done. Otherwise, why? First canto, all the Pandavas are remembering how Lord saved me here and how Lord saved me there and what he did here and what he did there. So the word that is used by Prabhupada here is very powerful. Yasmin, the platform on which everything rests, may it be material, may it be spiritual, both are Krishna. Now we have two platforms here. Please understand this point is very important. Krishna will present himself on two platforms, material and spiritual. Now let's take Gita 3.16, 3.17. Okay, I'll quote the shloka and briefly I'll touch it. Famous shloka 3.16 and 17. Evam pravartitam chakram na anuvartayati haya agayur indriya arama mogam parthasa jivati. Now there is a chakra. 14 and 15 is the chakra, the rain cycle that Gita speaks. That is the chakra, the cycle. Anybody who doesn't follow the chakra, na anvartit, he doesn't follow the chakra. Aga ayu, his entire life is based on sinning. Indriya arama, because he feels I don't want to do anything, and he's just relaxing the entire time, satisfied in sense enjoyment. Means here Krishna is speaking of what? He is speaking of a platform where Krishna will be available to you in the form of your comfort zone. Indriyaram, comfort zone. Krishna has come to you in the form of what? Indriyaram. You say that I don't want any other thing, I want Indriyaram. Krishna, you come to me on the material platform, form of sense enjoyment or Indriyaram. Okay, satisfaction of Krishna says, okay, done. Exactly contradicting Shloka 3.17. यतु आत्मरतिरेव स्यात् आत्मतृप्तश्च भारत आत्मनि एव संतुष्ट तस्य कार्यम न विद्यते. Krishna is saying here, yes to Atmarati, one who takes, one who wants Krishna on the spiritual platform, he takes Krishna in the form of the spiritual pleasure, Atmaratir, Atmatrupta, he becomes completely self-satisfied. Atmani eva santushta, he doesn't want anything from outside. Tasya karyam na vidyate. Anybody who doesn't want anything from outside, why should he work? But on the contrary, 3.16, one who wants sense pleasure, it doesn't come from within. He has to go outside, so he's continuously working. And here is a person who is completely satisfied inside. He doesn't go anywhere to work. No work is there for him, so he stops working. Now here we have to decide which form of Krishna you want. We want Krishna in the form of that comfort zone, or we want Krishna in the form of Atmatriptasya, Atmani Santushta, Atmarati, that spiritual realization. And that happens as per our desire. Indriya Aram, comfort zone, Atmarati, spiritual experience. Choice is ours. If we are comfort seeking, we will be spiritually experience deprived. Let me repeat. If we are comfort seeking, we will be experienced deprived. Choice is ours. Entire life, Gajendra was bare, comfort zone, eating, going around with the family, with the friends, with the minister, with this, with that, this party, this work, this job, this fair, this meeting, this billionaire, this flight, that flight, running here, there. Arey, why are you running? Because you are seeking something outside. You will get comfort, but you will not get spiritual experience. We will be deprived there. We won't get Krishna on the other side. And these two things won't come together. That's for sure. That's for sure. That's for sure. So the best part of Krishna is that he is training us that how do we deal while we stay in this place. We want to become billionaires? No problem. Become a billionaire. But the mindset should be detached. And 9.4 and 9.5 very clear. Maya tatam idam sarvam jagad avyaktam murtina. Matsthani sarvabhutani. All living beings are in me. Na chaham tishu avasthit. I am not in them. Either they are in you or they are not in you. Tell me one thing. Krishna says, sir, I am speaking of something called as detachment. I create this world, but I am not attached to this world. The jivas are in me, means they are dependent on me. I am not in them. I am not dependent on them. Till the Paramatma in the body functions, we can do what we want. The moment it stops functioning, you are dead. We are dependent on him. Krishna is not dependent on me. And look what happens to us. Entire life, he said something, she said something. That becomes the foundation of our living. That one event, that one thought, that one thing that I didn't get, the respect I didn't get, that becomes the foundation. I am so dependent till the time that Mataji says, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I don't feel satisfied, I'm not a devotee, I'm not a good devotee. Only when devotees say me Hare Krishna, I feel happy, I feel joyful, I feel satisfied. We are so dependent, so dependent. Our happiness depends on somebody else. That's the saddest part. That's the saddest part here. Because we don't understand that being with Krishna is not more than sufficient. It is the best thing that can happen. But we don't want Krishna. We want name, fame, we want appreciation. We want devotees to speak of me, and that too good. I am bad, but devotees should only speak good of me. Prabhuji is so nice. What lectures and what kathas and what kirtan and what management and what this and what that. Okay, now this is all understood. Fourth shloka. Now, how do I overcome this? How to go above all this? Fourth shloka. Very beautiful shloka. Gajendra is speaking of something called as, he's saying, Kvachit vibhatam, kvachatat tirohitam. The material world is manifested for some time and not manifested for some time. It starts at a certain point, it ends at a certain point. The flow of events is fixed. Now, this flow is called as lay. Lay means rhythm. There is harmony. Okay. Kvachatat tirohitam. But the Lord is mostly not visible here. Creation happens, it ends. Creation happens, it ends. Lord creates, he destroys. He creates, he destroys. But last shloka we saw, he is unaffected. With the drik, the Lord sees everything happening. Sakshi, he is the witness. Ubayam, both of creation and dissolution. Tadikshate, but he just sees, he is not affected. Because he understands this is nothing but a child's play. Remember the day when we were in school and the pencil was broken by somebody? How much we cried for that pencil? When we lost our shoe, how much we cried? When something in my compass box was lost or broken or taken by somebody, how much we cried? Now, do we cry today for that compass box? No. The breaking of the pencil or the stealing of the rubber is life and death here. And look how much we cry. Yeah, this is what he's saying here. Because there is life. Start, end, start, end, start, end. There is a pattern, there is a rhythm. But there is a huge, powerful understanding behind this rhythm. Lord won't be affected. Atma Mula, he is self-sufficient. This is what he's saying in 4th shloka. He is changeless. He is the witness. He just experiences and he says, okay, things will change again because breaking, creating will take place. 2 points. Very powerful. You have to understand this. Now, why this lay has been brought into picture? This is the nature of this creation. That's the basic nature here. Okay. But it is a huge learning. Now, don't we see lay or pattern in our day-to-day lives as well? Daily routine is what? We wake up at a certain time, then we start with something, then we take breakfast, then we go for office, then we come back, then we sit, we relax, we hear, we chant, we sit with family, have dinner, and go to sleep and start the same thing again. What is this? This is a pattern. That is what is called as lay. That is the cycle. Seasons here are a cycle. They come, they go, they come, they go. In India, we have summer, then rainy, then winter, then again summer, rainy, winter. It's a cycle. Everything is repeated. That is the cycle. That is a lie. There is a rhythm. How many times do I focus? What rhythm am I creating in my life? How many times do I focus the rhythm of my chanting? Rhythm of my chanting is what? First round is powerful. After that, it's only a declining graph. Not only my chanting is declining, my posture is declining from sitting straight to sleeping. That's the lie we are practicing. That's the cycle we are practicing. And still, even after sleeping, my claim is, why is not Krishna coming before me? What lie have I created in my interaction in the devotee community? Am I following my authorities or am I trying to act independent? How are my dealings in the community? Have we ever focused on this lie or the pattern that I'm creating in my exchange with the devotee community? Just like this entire system is mechanical, even my spiritual practices are mechanical. And that is where we have to change the lie. We have to change the pattern. It's mechanical. Gajendra in his past life as Indra Tumna Maharaj, he was so much into his spiritual practice. He was so much into his spiritual practice. He forgot to receive the guest. which was yet another form of a lie, a practice. Of course, there was the entire event is taken differently because he was in meditation. But if he had to come to this understanding, he had to go through another lie of becoming an elephant, then going through the whole process and then coming back to the realization. And now when he understood that, oh, that lie which I had set gave a different turn, now he is ready to connect and correct. So in our spiritual practices, to the lie, to the rhythm, to the pattern, now we have to involve the emotions. We are so detached from Krishna. We are the topmost renunciates in the entire creation. We are the topmost renunciates. We chant Hare Krishna, but we don't love Krishna. That is how we have renounced Krishna. Because there is no emotions involved. And without emotions, nothing can happen. Without emotion, do you expect somebody to share his art? When you sit with somebody and he's speaking with you and you are saying, okay. No emotions involved. Do you think that person will reveal? No, why he should? 9.13. Very beautiful shloka. No, sorry, 9.14, I guess. 13 or 14. Satatam kirtayanto ma yatantascha drida vrata. The Mahatma is drida. He has vrata. Vrata means what? I will do this, I will do this, I will do this. This is the schedule. This is the flow of my day. He is vrata bandha. And what is he doing? Namaschantasya ma bhaktya nitya yukta upasate. He is nitya yukta. He is constantly connected. Upasate in his worship to Krishna. Now, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur gives very beautiful example. Now, what is this Mahatma Yatantasya? Why is he continuously endeavoring? He is endeavoring. He gives an example. He says, just like a poor man, if when he wants wealth to serve for his family to survive, he's going to so many rich people and asking them for help. Please give me, please give me, please give me. He's continuously working hard for that money. So the Mahatma is in search of other devotees, other great devotees. Why? Yatantasya drida vrata. Because he has taken the vrat that I will constantly hear about Krishna, I will constantly chant about Krishna. So he is searching for people who can share Krishna with me. That search mode, oh, who will give me Krishna? Who will tell me about Krishna? Where is Krishna? That is Mahatma. And in Bharat Maharaj's story, Bharat Maharaj missed this point somewhere. He was all alone, he was on that platform, but there was no other Mahatma to tell him that, Mahatmaji, you are going wrong. So please come back. We need Mahatma. And that is how he was corrected. Corrected to a point what? Where? He becomes a deer. So this is how we have to create that lie, that pattern. And that is what Gajendra is speaking here. He's saying the creation is so mechanical. Let's not become mechanical here. Let's involve our emotions into Krishna, in the devotee association, in our spiritual practices, in our service to Krishna, in our service to devotees. Then see the magic, then see the change. Now, fifth shloka. So he's saying in the fifth shloka that, okay, when everything ends, only the Lord remains. Tasya pare abhivirajate vibhu. Tasya pare means in this dark situation, abhivirajate, something exists and something shines. Vibhu, who is that? The Supreme. The entire creation gets destroyed, but there is one person who stays back. Who is that? Vibhu, that Supreme. So here he is mentioning, in my life also crisis came. He was cursed, and he was cursed because that Rishi thought that he is insensitive. And that is why he was made into an elephant, which is the most insensitive. It's the dumb. That is what we started with. The things were different. He was in his meditation. How do you expect a person in meditation to understand that somebody is there waiting for you? There was a event which he felt was, there was absolute darkness in my life. He felt everything was destroyed. But abhivirajate vibhu, the Lord always shines even in the dark phases of our life. So he was able to see hope. He is giving us hope. We may feel everything is lost. But Abhi Virajati Vibhu, the Lord always shine. He always is the supreme. The Lord will always keep his merciful glance on us, waiting for the right time to start helping us. Now, this is the point which is not appreciated. Even I don't appreciate. I have to wait for that time when Krishna will start helping. But that will be the point when you will be like, oh my God, this is what Krishna wanted to give me. Yes, speaking is, again, I am saying it's easy, but it can only be realized when we go through the entire thing. Indradumna Maharaj curse, difficult situation, entering in the, he was in a body where every moment he was crying for Krishna. From that body, he is shifted into a body which is elephant, dumb, absolute, no Krishna, only sense enjoyment. Everything gone, forgotten, hope lost. But look at one moment, Krishna turned the entire scene upside down. When we have Krishna, everything that we have lost will come back, or rather, we will get more than what we have lost. Pandavas lost everything, got back more than what they thought they have lost. Bhishma, Bhishma was in such a place where he had to face Duryodhan day in, day out. He was always hankering, let me have a place where I can remember Krishna peacefully. He also understood this is not the place. He was hankering, he was praying. Krishna gave him those time. After he was on the bed of arrows, there was no Duryodhana. Only Bhishma and Krishna. Bhishma and Krishna. He's chanting, he's glorifying, he's remembering Krishna. Vidurji, such bad, pathetic condition, day in, day out, working for Hastinapur, constantly trying to manage Hastinapur, trying to bring glory to Hastinapur. And what did he get in return? He was kicked out, literally kicked out, with such harsh words. He said, stop, I can't bear anymore. He left his bow and left the place. But what Krishna gave him, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writes, wherever Vidura was going, Krishna was behind him and Krishna was ahead of him. Before he would reach that place, everything was managed by Krishna for Vidura. We feel it's a dark time. Yeah, it is a dark time. But wait for Krishna to reveal things. And the best part of life, if you ask Vidura, was where? My dear Vidura, was it the comfortable Hastinapur with all the best of the facilities for your body? Or were those the harsh days where we were performing tapasya, but you could see Krishna and cry for Krishna every moment? Ask him. Things were so dark for all these people, but they waited for Krishna's response, and at the right time, Krishna gave them such perfect arrangements, so that they could reconnect back to Krishna. There also they were connected. It's not that they were not connected there, but here was a facility where they were only and only with Krishna. Vritrasur, beautiful pastime. He was in such a pathetic condition. He says, Krishna, I'm eating what? I'm eating the bodies of the soldiers. This is what he was eating. It's absolute raw, fresh flesh. Now, you may say, this is Vaishnava. How can he eat flesh? This body demands. That was his body's demand. That was how his body was made. That was the tamasic body he had. It could only survive on flesh. He says, Krishna, I can't remember you happily. Let me come back to you. And Krishna made the arrangement. He came back to Krishna. So, point is that Gajendra here is Tasya Pare Abhivirajate Vibhu. The Supreme, he is Supreme. Abhivirajate, he shines at the right time. Let's not hurry in coming to a conclusion that Krishna is not good, Krishna is bad, Krishna is not with me. Give him some time. He knows the right time. He knows the right time to do things. And today's last shloka. So, does Krishna understand everybody? He is powerful. Maybe he can be understood, he can't be. And this is where the sixth shloka is. No, Deva Rishi, nobody can understand. Janturi, so how can an ordinary soul understand him? Natasya akritibi vicheshtata anukrama. He says he's like an artist, akritibi. He has dressed himself in a very different way. Vicheshti, the dancing in a different way. Anukrama, his movements are so different. Duratyaya, nobody can understand this actor. Forget about understanding Krishna. Have we ever been able to understand the people we are living with? Please understand this point. How easily do we come to conclusion? He is wrong, she is right, he is correct, he is incorrect. There was a research that was done. All the family members were brought together, and these were family, joint family, and these people were of the same age, almost of the same age. And one person was called on stage, and he was told, "Sir, you all are of one generation, so you must be knowing the best movie song of your times." He said, "Yes, all of us know that song." So he said, "Don't sing that song. Just try to play it on the table. You play some beats and try to help those people understand the song that you're playing." And there were almost like 90, 100 people there. Of those 90, 100 people, and he was playing and trying to play, and he's saying, "Yes, did you understand?" He said, "No, play again, play again, play again." He played for 5, 6 times. And after 5, 6 times, one person raised his hand out of the 9900 people. He says, is this the song you are playing? And he was so happy. Yes, you understood the song. What we want to communicate, the person before us is not able to understand. What he is communicating, we don't understand. And in 7th canto, Prabhupada writes this example. Prahlad Maharaj prays. He says, at times the child is crying and the mother feels, oh, he's hungry. She feeds, but at that time his stomach is paining, and that eating harms that stomach more, and he's crying more. She's the mother. Why we don't understand? Because you are not connected. That's how simple it is. Hearts are not connected. When hearts are not connected, we don't feel for each other. And that is why we have to shout. Don't you understand this simple thing? Hey, Baba, it is not problem of your voice. Your voice won't be able to command. It's a matter of connection. You both are not connected. Initially, I remember the movies. The actor, the hero is here, the heroine is there, and they're far distant. And just by seeing, they're communicating such deep messages and enjoying the entire thing. And after marriage, I don't know what happens. Staying together, but nothing is communicated. Only firework every day Diwali. Because we became what? Self-centered. Before marriage, everything was what? For each other, for each other. After marriage, what happened? It turned into self-centered. For me, for me, for me. That breaks the connection. So if we here being with together, and if you are not able to understand the people we stay with, how do you understand Krishna? Avajananti ma muda manushim tanumashrita parambhava majananto mama bhuta maheshwara. Avajananti. They don't understand me. They think I'm an ordinary person. Parambhava. And especially they don't understand what? This human-like form of me. And this can be understood only when we surrender to Krishna, when we surrender to authorities. See, Ras Leela, we'll take two examples. Ras Leela that happens, there is a prehistory. Ras Leela doesn't start all of a sudden. Ras Leela's seed is in Chirharan Leela, where Krishna steals the clothes of the gopis. Now, he has stolen clothes only once. In TV serial, you will see he steals daily. That is not the case. Things are very pretty clear. He stole only once. And what was the age? When the gopis are praying, Patim me kurute nama, Patim me kurute nama, make Krishna our husband, make Krishna our husband. They are praying to Durga. Now, this Durga is not our Durga. She is the internal potency, Subhadra. So they are praying, make Krishna our husband. She is saying, your kids. That Durga ji is saying that his Upanayan is not done. That means Krishna is less than 6 years. His Upanayan samskar is yet to happen. You are speaking of marriage. They say, Adhishwari, you are Adhishwari. You are very powerful. You can do anything. If you can't marry us directly, tell Krishna to steal us. In Kshatriya style, Rakshas Viva, you can do. You tell Krishna, he will take us away, steal us from everybody. Rakshas Viva. And who is this? These girls are also same age, 6 years. When Krishna steals their clothes, we can't imagine that event. It's Not because it's on a bodily platform. Forget that. The surrender of this gopis, we feel like crying. What surrender? To come before a person totally undressed, keeping your hands on your head. Unimaginable surrender. Unimaginable. And for what? Krishna is saying, we love him. That's it. It's right, it's wrong. It doesn't matter. They did it. And Krishna is so pleased, so pleased. He says, I have to do something for them. I have to give them the best that I have because they have given the best that they had. What is the best? Their chastity, their loyalty. A young girl doesn't come undressed before any man except her husband. And they're not married yet. They have emotions for him, but they're married officially. He says, I'll give them best. And that is where Krishna decides that I will allow them entrance into Ras Leela. And mind you, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur makes it very clear. Radha Rani and other gopis are not part of this Chir Haran Leela. They are not here. These are the other Nitya Siddha gopis who have now come into the, now who are Sadhana Siddhas have now entered the Nitya Siddha phase. They are these gopis. And Krishna says, I'll allow them entrance with Radharani and all the Nitya Siddha gopis of the eternal Golok Vrindavan. But look at, on the contrary, Krishna understands both heart. He understood their heart. But on the contrary, you see, Lakshmi Devi also wanted entrance. Krishna said, okay, you become like them. You surrender to them. You surrender to the gopis. They are the authorities here. She says, what? Nonsense. I am Adhishtati Devi of what? Vaikuntha. I will not be with them. I can't be like them. You see my dress, you see my ornaments, you see my royal opulence. He says, no, you have to come, you have to do this, surrender to them. You will have to be under them, just like these gopis were trained under whom? The Nitya Siddha gopis, like Radharani, Lalita, Vishaka. He says, nothing doing. I will perform tapasya and then enter. Krishna says, do any amount of tapasya. Krishna's Antaranga Shakti says you perform tapasya till this entire creation is existing. Still you won't be able to. And she's still performing. 5,000 years after, still she is in Belvan. She's still performing. Why? Because she's no Sharanagati. She didn't surrender to the Braj Gopis. So yes, Krishna understands everybody. But we can't understand Krishna. Dev Rishi, they can't understand. Natase is so hidden. Vicheshtito, his activities are so different. Duratteya, but he is very difficult to reach and very difficult to understand. But he can be easily understood by this last example the gopis have shown. We follow the authorities, we get Krishna easily. You qualified, not qualified, that is none of your business. Are you ready to follow the authorities? The authority will do whatever they want to do with you. Let's forget. So till 6th shloka, he has come to this wonderful realization that yes, to understand Krishna, we have to follow the authorities. Thank you all very much. हरे कृष्णा श्री प्रभुपाद की जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की
Jai. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for this very beautiful class. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. If anyone has any questions or realizations, please go ahead. Neena Mataji, please unmute yourself.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. What a beautiful class, Prabhuji. Brilliant class. Thank you so much. So, Prabhuji, one bottom line that I understood is, yes, we are trying to follow protocols. We are trying to take association. We are trying to chant. We are not following the lie, as you were mentioning. But all this is happening because we are missing out the bhava, the emotion. Now, the question is, Prabhuji, yes, we want to have that emotion. We know that we should have that emotion. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think from my side, when I chant, yes, I should love Krishna. He's wonderful. He saved me from this. He helps me with this. When I'm in trouble, he helps me. But the unconditional surrender, like he's mine and mine only. That bhava is not coming, hence the intensity, I believe, is lacking. Like, for example, Prabhuji, in Rasa Leela, where you were saying the gopis, when they were dancing for hours, they thought that Krishna is only dancing with that particular gopi. Hence, that intensity came. But here, with our rational minds, yes, I'm praying to Krishna, but Krishna is everybody's. Yeah, it's like a big, beautiful cake. I should not take all the cake. I should leave for others too. How do I trick the mind to think that he's 100% mine? Then I believe the intensity or the 100% devotion might come. What do you think, Prabhu?
Yeah, very nice question, Mataji. That 100% is already with us. See, Krishna's love for each of his expansion as the Jiva, the Tatastha Shakti, he has shown his love already. Now, let's try and understand the basic parameters, then we'll enter the higher domains. Even if you consider this body, each body has one Paramatma. Krishna is already having Ras Leela with each devotee at this current point of time, because he is there as Paramatma. You can interact with him, you can speak to him, you can take corrections from him, you can take guidance from him. Gita speaks about this. So Krishna has already given himself to each and every devotee as a Paramatma. Now the point comes is, why don't we feel? Because somewhere we are not able to understand that everything that is coming through the plan of Krishna. And the basic thing is that I am attached to some things, I like something, I have my comfort zone, and I feel happy, I feel satisfied, I feel safe and secure only when things fall in a certain way. And that is why when Krishna comes in a different form, Krishna responds to me in a different form, I don't feel that he's mine. No, no, no. Something is wrong. Something is wrong. So, just like in a community, I like somebody, I don't like somebody. But if you analyze the people you like and you like them really, you'll come to one conclusion. Why I like him? Because I have accepted him with his good and his bad. And those whom I have not accepted with their bad, I keep a pace, I keep a distance. When the child is mine, everything bad that comes from the 9 holes of his body is still mine, and I clean it happily. I have no complaints about it. But one bad word or one wrong word or one harsh word from some devotee whom I don't think is mine hurts me very badly. Okay. So same thing applies to Krishna also. Krishna's plan, we try to understand with our logical mind. That's the biggest mistake that we make. So if we have to rise above this, we are already acting on this. It will take some time. It will take some time for things to percolate. We are in a phase where we want to feel Krishna. We want to experience Krishna. And that's a very good thing. But Krishna says, first start seeing me here in this present condition, in the people, in the situations, in the things, in this entire creation, in the beautiful places that you visit, in the good people that you see. And when we can connect Krishna on that basic platform, and when I have developed the vision to see Krishna everywhere, then I never lose Krishna. I never lose Krishna. And then I feel that when that connection gets more stronger, then I want Krishna and I am getting Krishna, and Krishna is making arrangements for me to see, to feel, to experience at every given point of time. So it's a very gradual process. Let's not hurry thinking that it's not happening now. It is happening, but that strong, intense desire, oh Krishna, oh, I want to see Krishna, I want to feel Krishna, is at an upper hand. So let's have a routine life, a normal life, and Krishna will keep presenting him things. Just like Bhishma and Vidura, when did Krishna actually they felt that Krishna is there with me every moment. When they were in that phase of life, Bhishma had to cross the arrow bed, and for Vidura, it was his getting out of the kingdom. And that was the time when they felt Krishna is mine. They are crying for Krishna, and every moment they are seeing Krishna and experiencing Krishna. So let's do what we are supposed to do now sincerely, and just wait for the right time to allow Krishna to disclose him in a magical way, and then there is no looking back. And then there is really no looking back. And that time we shouldn't feel that, oh, I missed that experience, I should have taken that experience. So Krishna wants to make sure that you have all the experiences, wonderful experiences here, and there will come a time when Krishna will be full-fledged with us, and we will experience Krishna firsthand, full-fledged. So yes, Krishna is making sure that we have all the experiences here, they are in the right place, in the right understanding, so that we don't judge Krishna later. And the relation becomes more deep, because even Gopikas are judging Krishna when Krishna left. They are complaining Krishna. They are saying you did wrong. Okay. So Krishna is making sure that that doesn't happen. And once we have crossed that limits, then Krishna is all ours. He will be there. You will be able to feel him every now and then, every moment. Okay.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. That gives us hope and patience. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. What a beautiful answer. And I love the question. Thank you, Mataji, for that.
It was a wonderful.
Yes. Hare Krishna, Babu Prabhu, do you have a question?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Prabhuji, the thing which touched my heart is to put the heart into everything. What Guru Maharaj tells, what devotee tells, what Prabhupada tells, during our chanting, during our darshan, during obeisances, and each and every 64 limbs of bhakti, put everything into it. Heart, head, the soul into it. And that's the way it is going to be. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
I think no more questions.
Shama Gauri Mataji has unmuted herself. Hare Krishna Mataji, please go ahead.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances on Gaurish to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for the wonderful class as always. And Prabhuji, you were saying that like Pandavas and other devotees, they got so much calamities, and in return what they got in is like a much better what they thought about that. So do we also get same thing, or what should be our mood?
Yes, everybody. Because see, what Krishna thinks is there are two people Krishna has with him. One are the Nitya Siddhas, or those who have already achieved that state of high spiritual awakening or realization. And on the other hand, we are there, the sadhakas who are still struggling with us. Krishna's attention is more towards a sadhaka. He is more concerned about all of us. Okay. And every time we do small service with our whole heart and whatever we have, Krishna is like, how do I repay him? That's a serious thing that Krishna is facing. And it is not only when we see with the gopis. No. It's with every sadhaka. Krishna is like, how do I repay him? When Vibhishan bowed down to Krishna, when he met, Ram for the first time, when Vibhishan was just bowing down, Ram had already initiated the process of thinking, what do I do for him now? He came and offered his obeisances, and that was just one obeisances he had offered. And he was searching here and there, and what he could see was only Lanka. And that is where Ram decided that I will offer Lanka to Vibhishan. I will make him the Adipati of Lanka. So if one obeisance is making him the Adipati of Lanka, which is nothing but pure gold. Now, Mataji, you are practicing devotional service from last 20, 30 years. You offer obeisances how many times? You chant how many times? You serve Jagannath ji how many times? You offer bhogas how many times? You celebrate so many festivals for Jagannath ji how many times? You stitch dresses for Jagannath ji how many times? You sit and hear about Jagannath ji and his Bhagavad Katha how many times? Now multiply into unlimited golden palaces and golden kingdoms, because it is not because I demand it, because Krishna wants to give me. And that is why I see every time when he has appeared in any Leela you see, he's saying, what is the first thing he's saying? Ask something, ask something. At least I'll feel some relief that I gave you something for that you have done. Prahlad Maharaj is saying the same thing. Dhruva is saying the same thing. Anybody you see, anybody you see, he is just saying, ask, please ask. I know you don't want, ask for me. I'll feel easy. Make me comfortable. You have done so much for me. And that's happening everywhere. So yes, we will surely get more than what uh, we have done. Of course, we are doing nothing, and we shouldn't feel that we are doing anything, because Jayapatak Maharaj was once told by his disciples, Maharaj, you are doing so much. You are doing so much for the mission. Maharaj started crying. He said, I'm doing nothing. Now, how do you tell him that his health is at what level? His services are so powerful. He has more than 60, 70,000 disciples. I mean, he is crying, saying, I have done nothing for Prabhupada. And what should we be thinking now? What are we doing for Prabhupada? So, yes, mood should be that I have done nothing. But if you ask Krishna, Krishna will say, he has done so much. I can repay this living entity at any given point of time. Okay?
Thank you,
Prabhuji, I had
Prabhuji.
Yes. Anybody has anything to add?
Sorry, Mataji. Sorry, Prabhuji. I just had one question. You were mentioning that Lakshmi ji is currently she's currently praying to
Belwan, yes. He is in
yeah.
Vrindavan, Belwan. Yeah, yeah.
And Lakshmi ji, and she's going to continue to pray until the
Yeah.
universe dissolves, or I mean beyond that.
No, she is still in tapasya mode.
And she will
She's still,
continue to remain like that, Prabhuji?
yeah. Till the time she becomes a gopi and surrenders to the gopi, Krishna says you have no more entrance in Raslila. So she is still thinking that her tapasya will help her enter Raslila in person. She is there as the golden hair on Krishna's chest. But if she wants to enter in person, Krishna says this is the protocol, you have to follow the
Oh, nice. Thank you, Prabhu.
yeah.
Thank you so
Yes.
much, Prabhuji. There are a few comments in the chat.
Yeah.
Everybody is thanking you so much, Prabhuji, for this beautiful session. I'll also read the comment by Her Grace Lalita Mataji and Dina Brandhu Prabhu. Dear Sukakar, sorry, dear, I just saw Sukakar Prabhu. Dear Prabhuji, please accept our humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. We are indebted to your kind and exalted association. We can only pray to approach such a level of Krishna consciousness over. Hare Krishna, our faith is strengthened greatly from hearing such a profound message from you who are teaching how to practice bhakti with so much sincerity. Thank you so much. Your grateful servants, Lalita Devi Dasi and Dina Bandhu Prabhu. Thank
Yes.
you so much.
Always seeking the dust of their feet so that someday we can serve Srila Prabhupada more better.
Her Grace Vrinda Gopika Mataji also has a beautiful comment. Koti Koti Dandvat Pranam, respected Prabhuji, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev, Shri Radha Gopinath Ji ki jai. Very inspiring class. Every time we learn so much from you, Prabhuji. Sukakar Prabhuji has joined, Prabhu, and I think he has a question. He's raised his hand. Do you have time, Prabhuji?
Yes, one we
Sure.
can take last. Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, can I ask the question?
Yes, Prabhuji. If
Sukumar
it is
Prabhu, Dandapada. Yes,
where I
Prabhu.
can answer, I will try.
No,
Otherwise,
Prabhu.
mere devotees asking makes me
No,
very
Prabhu. It was
nervous.
so wonderful. I was hearing, video was not on, but I was hearing on the YouTube. But when I just saw, see, what I can see is whatever we are doing in the material world, everything is Krishna, and good, bad is Krishna. But the bad we are doing, it is because of misuse of our free will. And but the attraction is there for the bad. How to make it Krishna more attractive? That is the biggest question comes. When the association of devotees is there, but when the association is not there, something which is not to be done, अरे कोई TV खोला है, just watch the TV. It's not to be seen, because if you open the TV, Maya comes. But if you see Krishna serial, then Krishna comes. So how to not touch the things which is not good? Pratikul is a varjanam. That varjanam we know not to do, but still it goes there, and you open the newspaper, waste. Pakistan में bomb डाल रहे हो, तो उससे nothing will happen. So how to make it completely अनुकूल संकल्प? To see Krishna everywhere. See, one person said, "I'm the material world." You are telling everybody is Krishna. So when you see a beautiful lady, you should see that she is Krishna's property. So that is not coming. She is beautiful because Krishna is beautiful. So one question I was not able to answer.
Yes, I'll cite a simple example. See, we understood this fact that everything is Krishna. For example, we took when Krishna appears as hunger, we feed him food, which is yet another form of Krishna. So there is only Krishna interacting here, and the experience that is being created, that is understood or experienced by the jiva. If like Krishna has taken the form of poison, when that poison enters body, which is another form of Krishna, then there is another form of Krishna that is manifested, that is death. Mrityu sarvaharas chaham. Even that death is Krishna. Okay. So in this world, there is nothing but Krishna experience. We are experiencing Krishna in some form or other. So now there are some forms of Krishna which will uplift the consciousness. There are some form of Krishna which will lower your consciousness. So here we have to choose. But the point is, the frequency has to be increased. For example, we took the example of onion garlic. Previously, I was eating. Now it's already almost gone for last 20 years. Nothing, we don't like it now. Why? Because the frequency of not eating was more. And the experience that I got after not eating, I was trying to have that experience again and again. So now the game changer is the frequency. How frequently we are trying to have that experience. I'm not saying, or I'm not denying the fact that for a few moments or for few minutes, we will have a lower experience of Krishna in the form of watching a TV serial or watching uh,
Cricket match.
hearing from newspaper or hearing some news here and there. Okay, that's a form of Krishna. There's a different form of Krishna. Now, what do? I choose not to have that Krishna because I want to have a higher form of Krishna as my experience. But for that, we have to consider the fact that till the time this higher experience has sunk so deeply, the point why I like the other experiences, because those experiences are still prominent. The data of the past experience is still more than the experience data that I've given now, or I'm trying to create. So the more data I create for my spiritual experiences, it is bound to vanish in quick or in short period of time, very short period of time. It has to happen because that is how it works. The thing is, my frequency of spiritual experiences is lesser. The more the frequency experience increases, I won't like it. That's a guarantee. That's a guarantee. Even if I see, I'll say, okay, now this is sufficient. Now let me go and hear again, or sit with devotees and hear or read or chant or whatever. So the frequency has to be increased. And as the frequency increases, the past data will go at the backhand, new data will be absorbed, and that data starts floating.
Because one person said, meat eating, gambling intoxication we can stop, because that is will feel like vomiting. But that illicit sex, where I'm not a brahmachari, I'm still a grasta, that is not going. That is the dangerous thing of all the four, is the dangerous. So he said how to remove that desire.
See, that is not supposed to be removed. Okay, that is the part of the existence. And I'll give you a simple example. That question is very pertinent and very powerful question. We usually
Sorry
tend
for
to
asking such
define it.
questions. You will feel
Huh?
bad. You feel why he's asking. You will feel bad why
No,
I'm asking
it's
such
okay.
questions.
It's
It's
okay.
not.
It's okay. See, Krishna in Gita is very clear that lust is the enemy, not for me, not for you, not. It is for everybody. Bhagavat is very clear. Only two people are free from lust: Nar and a Narayan Rishi. Otherwise, everybody has to face the torment. This is the clarity of Bhagavad. You read Bhagavad. So, for him to feel, there is nothing to feel bad, because that is the part of this existence. See, if you enter a coal mine and if you're saying I shouldn't get black, either you don't understand or you're foolish.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. So, if you're staying in this material existence and if you're not feeling lusty, then there is something abnormal. Point is, there has to be a clear understanding. And again, I would say that comes by an experience. That comes by an experience. See, for a person to rise above lust, there is something that is called, you have to have deep exchanges with your partner. There was one Grasta devotee, he said, Prabhuji, I want to confess. I said, what? He said, Prabhuji, I love my wife very much. I said, congratulations and thank you. You are a very great soul. He said, Prabhuji, but I'm attached. I said, thank you for being attached to your wife, because if you're not attached to your wife, you'll see somebody else and you'll spoil your entire life. Okay. So if you're attached to your wife, you're still feeling emotionally attached to your wife, sir, you are in safe hands. You are still safe. Now the entire thing you are feeling hampered by lust, that will go away. That will go away. And I've already spoken this. You have to have a strategy for dealing with lust. You cannot evaporate lust, because that is the part of this creation. Lust is exclusively having only one function, and that is to generate progeny. And if you have loved somebody really deep, I can guarantee you, you will come to this conclusion that lust is not required in a deep, meaningful relationship. It is just given by Krishna to have a future beautiful generation coming up, so that the process continues. Point is, why lust is so persistent? Because we don't have meaningful, deep, loving exchanges. That's it. And the gross part can be dealt with a proper strategy. Before loving Krishna, love your partner first. Love your spouse first. When you have deep loving exchanges, I can guarantee you, you can see Krishna there as well. Our understanding is superficial because we don't dive deep. Now, I'll tell you one example. This is, there is, in India, we have famous Kama Shastra. Okay, Kama Sutra. Now, who is the writer of Kama Sutra? Kama Sutra is written by whom? Kama Sutra is written by Vatsayana Rishi. And who is Vatsayana Rishi? Vatsayana Rishi is Brahmachari. Now, how do you understand Brahmachari writing on deep exchanges between a man and woman? He can have that. Grahasthas are having the experience and then they come to the real thing. Okay, this is just a superficial thing. The loving, intimate exchange is something that makes the relationship stronger. He got that by blessings from his guru. His guru said, you write, Krishna within will give you all experiences, all exchanges, and you write the thing. And he wrote, and it's become a Shastra. Point is, do you have those loving memories? If you don't have it here, how are you going to connect to Krishna? How are you going to thank Krishna that you gave me such beautiful person with me? She's there for me. Gratefulness, that is where we started Gajendra's prayer. First, be grateful. Now, if you say, if the wife or husband is not cooperative, still be grateful. She's keeping you detached or he's keeping you detached. Still, you have to be grateful. On both sides, there is only gratitude. Okay, sorry I took long time.
Thank you very much, Prabhu. Thank you very much.
Yes, Hare Krishna.
Dandavat Pranam, Prabhu.
Thank you, Hare Krishna. Okay, so no more questions. We can stop.
Sure,
here.
Prabhuji, we can end here. Thank you, thank you, Prabhuji, for this beautiful class, and thank you, dear devotees, for joining us. Let's offer our obeisances to Prabhuji and all the assembled Vaishnavas. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripasinubhyavam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Kuntakoti Vaishnavavrinda ki jai. Granta Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
So, Kumar Gaur Prabhuji ki jai. Thank you